Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk, where truth is the business we trade on daily basis, and where we speak the undiluted truth to you about things of life. We don't paint walls, and we don't compromise. Whoever you are, no matter your position, no matter your status, we don't care. We go straight to tell the people all they need to know about this life, about the Biafran struggle, and about the Nigerian people, and also the world at large. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I want you to do that ASAP. Turn on the notification button, be the first to be notified each time we post something new on our channel. Please, and go straight into the news, listen attentively, tighten your seatbelt, and also grab your popcorn as we are about to fly to the high altitude. Remain circumspect and abhorrent to criminality in Biafra land. Kano importance IPOB. Please, you boys should not mind my language. Malame, EFCC, DSS, police, CBN, others move against Boko Haram. Ansaru, ISWAP, IPOB financiers. So now IPOB now have turned to they have not joined IPOB, the same thing with ISWAP group and Boko Haram and bandits. It's not their fault. I am not your mate, David Hundeyin. FFK fight over Trumbull drug link document. We will see to that what happens and how it affects this hungry former senator and the Minister of Aviation, FFK. Criminality has found its way into the old eastern region of the Nigeria, that is the Biafra land. This has become a thorn on the flesh of the people of the region, ranging from the activities of hoodlums and Fulani herdsmen to that kidnappers, bandits, military invasion, and bombardment of communities, incessant arrest and harassment of innocent civilians by men of Nigerian security agencies. Recall that lately reports of criminal activities in various states of the Biafra region has been on everyday news. States like Imo, Anambra, and Enugu were the operatives of the murderous Nigerian army, police, and Ebubago militia invade and raise down houses and markets in the communities have been on the spotlight. These communities include Amangu, Ohafia, Izombe, Oguta, Olo, Nnewi, Owaro, Uzowane, etc., etc., and the rest of them. At each, these bloody, murderous invasions, innocent civilians have been unfortunately continue to bear the collateral damages of these state-sponsored crimes. The problem we are having in the eastern part of the region, it is wide open that every dick and Harry knows that Nigerian government is they are the one that imported all this violence into our land. They are the one that has turned our own blessed land, the land that is filled with milk and honey. They have turned it into a blood-sucking land. They have used all manner of security operatives from in the initiation of Ebubago, the rest of them. They have turned our land to a killing zone. They have turned our Biafra land, the most loved land among all the whole region in the Nigeria. They have turned it to a blood-sucking land. What am I saying? Sometimes I begin to wonder why all this inhuman treatment against the Biafrans. What have Biafrans did to this Nigerian government? Where have we gone wrong? That we fought the war with them and there is nobody lose and nobody win. That is the end of the war. So I think it is high time that the international community look into this matter and grant Nigeria Biafrans their desires of having their own separate government, because it is not possible and it can never be possible, and it can never be, not this life or not next life, that you bring three complete nations in a one nation. Imagine after Nigerian, which other black nation that you can count that is up to 100 million this in population? There's none. Nigeria is over almost 216 or 220 million as of today. So share it into three, you find out that each region is amount to even overflow of population. Still yet, United Kingdom, what did they call them? Elizabeth and the rest of the cabals, they formed, deceived our forefathers, and join us, merge us together simply because of their own selfish desire, simply because of their own selfish interest, simply because of what they are gaining in our land. They don't want to live in Nigeria and Biafra land alone. And that is the problem we are having today, because if not for the fact that UK is involved in this, by now Nigeria could have been forgotten. We have been talking about the Biafra, which is the eastern region, Arewa, which is the northern region, and Oduduwa, which is the southern region. But in any case, no matter how long it takes, the simple and the gospel truth which still remain, that Biafra must surely come to pass, whether they like it or not, whether the UK they put mouth or not, because they have been dependent on the resources that come from the land of Nigeria since the inception, or since they intrude into our land. They bring us foreign gods as our own god, and get made away with our own gods into their own museums, which they use to make money in terms of tourism. Since then, Nigeria has never become the same. They deceived our forefathers, telling them all sorts of rubbish because we are accommodative. And when they even at that, they still ascertain the wisdoms that come from the east, because it's been written that wise men come from the east, and that is when they know that it will be very hard for them to handle the people that come from the east, and they betrayed almost all the whole corners and gave it to Fulani people, and that is why we find ourselves at this mess in Nigeria, and also the Biafra land at large. But notwithstanding, we are still going to continue the struggle. We are still going to continue to be doing all we know how to do to make sure that we get the independence of Biafra, come now or come never. But first of all, we all have to put hands together. In any way we are doing, in any way we are sharing this message, in any way we are supporting the struggle, please continue your good work, and make sure that you also put our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu in prayers in anything that you do. If prayer is what you can contribute to the development and the actualization of Biafra, please continue doing it. If you are doing it on social media, just like I'm doing, please continue doing it. We have only one goal in mind: to get the independence of Biafra, which is where we stand both now and not and ever. Recall that lately, reports of criminal activities in various states of the Biafra region has been on the everyday news. States like Igbo, Anambra, and Enugu, where the operatives of murderers, all these, what do they call it? All these security operatives, that is where they mostly operate. And that is why we all have to be extra careful dealing with all these people. They call them dependent Boko Harams. They are not. They are not dependent Boko Haram. Only that the government have already chosen to wear them uniform so that they will continue to perpetrate their evil act. See, yet no one has ever declared them terrorists or whatever it is. But no matter what they do, no matter what they do, you can never eliminate the Biafrans. It is not done. It is not done. Left to Nigeria, just Nigeria say, okay, let us handle this thing now, man to man, without no any foreign allies. Nigeria will not last 24 hours. Biafra will finish them because we have the gift. And we have the brain to manufacture things that is beyond your imagination. So let them stop depending on all these foreign allies. Let them just deal it man to man. Let's see who will run. Investigations carried out by some independent investigative agencies have shown that state establishments and institutions are directly and covertly involved in this senseless destructive of lives and properties. Otherwise termed ethnic profiling in the southeast, criminals have also hidden under these cruel activities to engage in further crimes in the once most peaceful region of the country, of course. They have already tried everything humanly possible to make sure that they destabilize the peace that is coming from the east. They have already tried everything humanly possible. Imagine the region that fought war. They were up to upon all the millions of money they have in Nigerian banks. It was seized. Only 20 shillings was released to them. But today, no any part of this country that can come out now and boast, say without crude oil, without government support, without government project and the contracts, that region can stand. No, not ever. Not have been the one holding the most powerful positions in this country for very long time. Still yet they have the most out of school children. They have the most poorest in the country. They are the most subjected to inhuman treatment in the country, and that they are the most beggars that we have in the whole wide world. Go to Imo State, you will find out, you see an Hausa man begging. Go to the north, no, go to the south, southwest, or whatever you call it, you can see them in their numbers, not one, not two. See, yet they are the one that hold the most highest power. In the north is where you will see a honorable minister sleeping with the, what do they call it, with a cow in the same room. Yes, because they value cow more than human being. That's why the fact that cow, they will still kill it and eat. But they cannot kill human being and eat. Can't you see how their brain works? They value cow. I have been in the north. I have lived there. I studied there. I go to school in the north. From my JSS 1 until I finished SS3. I was all in the north. And I see everything. You will see people that will pack millions of cars. What they're using all this money they have been siphoning from government to do is what I don't know. Just like the case of, I say, Abacha Lut. How many years did Abacha died? Till tomorrow, even next administration come, you will see that the American government is about to refund $1 billion of Abacha Lut. That is what they are good in doing. Get the money, take it out there, while they are in their constituency, in the area they come from, they are lavishing and wallowing in poverty. Okay, let's use this current Nigerian zoo president called Buhari. Imagine in his own state, Katsina have been the worst ever you can visit in terms of banditry, in terms of robbery, in terms of terrorism, and the rest of them. That even most of the local governments here have been held captives. They are paying taxes to Boko Haram and bandits. And you are there telling me you are a president of Nigeria. Even if you cannot do it in every other country, at least your own kinsmen will come out and say, yes, we are proud of our son. But they cannot. In what is it called? In Katsina is where they keep on abducting little kids. Before they are free from captives, most of them have 1, 2, 3, 4 children. A girl from 13 years, 14, 15, 16, before they were being released from captives, they have offspring. It is in Katsina, the hometown of the so-called Nigerian president, and people are not saying anything. Still yet, they are jumping up now. They want to sell what do they call him, Emiloko, to Nigerians, flying private jets, while the people they are ruling are wallowing in poverty, and hunger is killing them on daily basis in their numbers, and nobody is saying anything. My anger is not even because of all these people that are jumping up and down. My anger is the youths that joined all this so-called APC in jumping up and down, shouting Emiloko, 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 Jagaban. Well, I have not much to say, but the time is coming. Time was reckoning. Yeah? The day of reckoning is coming for everybody to receive their payments according to their own coin. It's all necessary to inform the public the crimes. These crimes and activities committed by these state-sponsored hoodlums are being used by the same governments as propaganda tool to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, exactly the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, he leads, and the Eastern Security Network, ESN, he instituted and commands. Also recall that the IPOB leader who was abducted illegally rendition to Nigeria in June of 2021 and since illegally detained in the dungeon of the Department of State Security Service, that is DSS, has been discharged and acquitted by a competent and appellate court on October 13, 2022. Yet, the government is hell-bent on blackmails to incriminate him. They tag these state-sponsored crimes on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB, and the ESN as the perpetrators. That is the violence they imported in our land. That is the same violence is what they're using to blackmail the IPOB, the ESN, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can't you see that these people, their brain is just like that of a nama? You have tried everything humanly possible to make sure that the international community see this very organization as a terrorism. They didn't work. You try it by killing their youths so that you will let the international community to know that these people are not worthy to be called citizens of Nigeria or whatever, or for them to get their own independence. It did not work. You have used all sorts of security operatives, killing. Now you have resorted in killing the king's men, the Igwe and the rest of them, which you know that is those ones who will stand when these people, anyone that came from the international community to ask, they will not ask the youth, they will go to the villages and ask the monarchs and the rest of them who is taking care of the land what is happening to the people. Now they have descended so low in killing them, and they expect their own offsprings and their own parents or whatever it is called to be alive. It will not going to happen. All those security operatives that have been that have covered themselves in the name of unknown gunmen, the day of reckoning is coming, and no one will set you people free. You can attest to that. It is no longer news to the public that the Nigerian government has demanded adamant to both the United Nations Working Group Committee and Nigerian court order to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and pay him compensations. Some intelligence findings portray that Nigerian government is deliberately neglecting the said orders to afford them the time to commit more crimes and to try to score some points of propaganda and blackmail. Incidences such as burning of the government facilities, police stations, attacks on checkpoints, kidnap for ransom, and associated killings in various parts of the Biafran region are calculated moves carried out to blackmail IPOB and ESN. This one is very, very open to every dick and harry, so we are not surprised. The government spreads fake news using their controlled media houses, locally and internationally, attempting to demarcate IPOB and ESN before the international community, all in a bid to find evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as to see if they can land him in jail. But they have failed woefully, of course. IPOB have remained strong and undistracted. The use of agent provocateurs and infiltrators to try breaking down the movement have failed. Nnamdi Kanu, though through his lawyer and lead counsel, Barrister Stephen Ejiofor, admonished IPOB leadership and members to defend Biafra land at all costs. He warned them to ensure that criminals, hoodlums, all these committing different degrees of crimes and their sponsors are fished out and stopped. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu retreated that the IPOB which he leads is bathed and nurtured on non-violent principles and guidelines. These principles he urged his followers and members not to deviate from, especially now that the enemies have upgraded games in order to prove a point to paint him black. These resounding instructions were given to guide the restoration, peace, and harmony in Biafra land. Consistently, IPOB has remained non-violent since inception and has continued on that path till death. This is to remind the federal government of Nigeria that not even their series of deceit and blackmail can wear the IPOB down or data from them from achieving their sole goal, Biafra independence. The earlier this retrogressive Buhari's regime of All Progressive Congress APC realizes this and act timely, the better for everyone entrapped in the British contraception called colonization. And that is how it is. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, those who are out there listening to me, those who are out there waiting for this great news that is coming from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the advice is very simple. Please guide your territory and disregard every utterances from anyone that is called or from any security operatives coming from the zoo country called Nigeria. Disregard their utterances or whatever they are doing in any way, in any form, to tarnish the image of the Biafrans. And that is why we keep on learning on daily basis. We keep on doing one thing or the other to make sure that we get what we want, and that is the independence of Biafra. So my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, whichever way you are, anywhere you are, at this very moment, please remember that we have only one simple and one single goal, that is to achieve the independence and restoration of Biafra, and we are going to do that as soon as possible, whether they like it or not. No matter the way they are thrown into our territory using helicopters, or in the name of bringing foot soldiers to Biafra land that will fight Biafra when the time is right, they will all stumble and die, because we have Chukwu Okeabiama who is always the leader of everything that we are doing. The great God that is guiding our land and securing our people is the one that is strengthening us all this while, and that is why we keep on maneuvering every kind of trap that the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Zoological Republic of Nigeria, is setting for us in all things that they do. But one thing is for sure, we must be victorious, whether they like it or they do not like it. So my great people of Biafra, the one who loves what I'm doing, and the ones who always out there to patronize my channel, I want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your love, for your like, for your comment, for your kindness, for subscribing to my channel. Please endeavor to continue doing that, and I will forever remain indebted and grateful to you all. And my promise is that I will keep on giving you the news back to back, at least to make sure that it was you watching my channel anytime, any day. Until I come your way again, I'm giving up and I'm signing out from here. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you have not done that. Like my content and share it at any time, at any given opportunity. Have a nice day, have a nice Monday, and let this new week brings us peace, love, kindness, and answers to all our prayers. This is my prayers to all my fans out there, and those ones who love what I'm doing, and those ones who enjoy to hear my voice. Have a nice day, and may this week bless you the works of your hand. No evil shall befall you. Amen.